You're just a big, fat panda.
I'm not a big fat panda. I'm the big fat panda. Skadoosh.
So I've been doing a lot of walking and exercising. I'm just trying to, be healthier. I'm trying to do the right thing, and I'm trying to do a lot of walking. And I noticed that when I've posted maps on Facebook of where I've been, people say, "Oh, it looks like a hidden Mickey." And I guess I started to get obsessed with it. I mean, they looked like bad hidden Mickeys. When I first looked at them, I was like, that doesn't really look like Mickey. But then I thought, to motivate myself, what if I really made a nice looking character using the map? It's easier said than done. I think I might have gotten a little too obsessed with it. Sometimes I'm walking now and I'm just staring at the phone and I'm not looking where I'm going. I mean, with the red shirt today, a poor kid must have thought it was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And I feel bad for them. I don't want to hurt anybody. I realize you have to go off-road sometimes to me now, the integrity of the character is the most important thing. And sometimes you have to do things that are unorthodox. Luckily for me, I live in a community where a lot of people don't lock their doors, and that's good for the Disney characters because, Disney has stringent standards, and so do I.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
You want Cinderella to have a hump? Hello? Olaf has a carrot nose! I need to get in! Hello and welcome to Big Fat Panda show number 26. I hope you like that skit. I'm scared that people are going to be like, wow, how did you do Cinderella? I hope you know that is... I really am walking more, but I am not making pictures like that at all. Please let me thank my exclusive sponsor, David's Vacation Club Rentals at dvcrentals.com. I will tell you more about the Night Series videos that I am doing for them on their YouTube channel, youtube.com/dvcrentals. I just did contemporary for them. I'm getting sidetracked because there's so much going on. Matt Dobrovolsky will be our guest. He is a cast member, a theme park career goer. He is studying theme park management, I believe, and he went to the D23 Expo where so much stuff happened. It's pretty unbelievable. I think it's pretty safe to say that we are entering a new golden age of theme park expansion. I'm serious. When you think of all the stuff that's going on, it is pretty incredible. We have a lot to look forward to. It is a great time to be alive. This is literally my happy time that things are coming. A lot of things are coming. It's great to look forward to. I'm going to touch on some of the D23 stuff from the convention, even though I'm going to cover it with the guest. The big news is Star Wars Land. I am not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I'm slowly getting there. There's going to be 2 Star Wars lands, one in Disneyland in the Tomorrowland in California, and one here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. These are 14-acre lands. These are pretty big. 2 big attractions. One is where you're piloting the Millennium Falcon, I hear, and another is putting you in the middle of a battle between, I don't know, Sith and all that. I don't want to make believe I know these things. But you're going to be in some sort of a battle between good and bad, I'm assuming. Some sort of a cantina restaurant. It just looks incredible. The concept art, I mean, come on, it's incredible. Then we have Toy Story Land also at the studios. I think it's safe to say 90% of the studios will not look anything like it looks right now. 80% will not look anything like it looks right now. You're going to have a kids type ride, I think for adults too, with the 3-eyed aliens and the claw, and a Slinky Dog coaster. Real preliminary video they put out on this. Doesn't show all the ins and outs and tunnels and stuff that I see in the concept drawing, but take a look at the Slinky Dog animation.
This is a little conceptual animatic that we did at Imagineering with our ride partners, where we laid out this roller coaster. So Andy here, the conceit here is that Andy has built the track using his Mega Coaster Play Kit, but he's also got a pretty amazing imagination, so he's combined it with some of his other toys. Along the way, you'll see Rex and Ham and Trixie, Jesse and Green Army Men all triggering things along the way. And then rather than simply using the coaster from the play kit, the coaster vehicle from his play kit, he's put Slinky Dog on it. So that's what you get to ride in.
Now, my real favorite thing is Pandora, the world of Avatar. I am looking forward to this the most, and we're going to be getting it first, like 2017. I can see when I go into Animal Kingdom, the buildings are coming up, and it looks pretty incredible. The floating islands look incredible. I know they're going to be connected and stuff like that, but it just looks great with waterfalls. I hear that there are audio animatronics. There is a indoor boat ride. It is a bioluminescent plants and stuff, so it's always nighttime. Okay, let me set this up for you. The whole land, I'm sorry, I'm too excited. I'm trying to get it all out. The whole land will look very different at night than it does during the day. This is what they've said. And that's great because you can visit it in day and visit at night and it's totally different. Most of the theme parks and the resorts are, but this especially. But the indoor boat ride is meant to look like night all the time, so if you don't have the opportunity to go at night, you still can see the nighttime stuff. I believe the indoor boat ride is in the same building, not quite sure, as the Flight of Passage, they're calling it, which is the riding on their dragon, the Banshee. You get to ride on top of one through Pandora. And I believe that's also in the same building. And I hear it's a huge building, so it could be like an It's a Small World size-wise boat ride. And I hear that you're going to get to see the Na'vi, which are the indigenous people of that land, the blue people. And you're going to see some animals and animatronics, and I can't. I love the movie. I really did. I didn't expect to like the movie. I just can't get wrap around that this will be something that we can experience, and I can't wait. And Disney has said that while we're waiting for Star Wars, there will be a Star Wars launch bay. I believe this is going into the old Art of Animation building. I guess it's like a preview center for Star Wars, but it will keep us, it'll keep us fed. When I say fed, I mean by, feeding information and the excitement. It'll keep you going because who knows when they're going to be done with this. Disney has a tendency to do things slow and methodical, but fantastic once they're done. But we could be looking at like 2019, maybe even 2020, maybe beyond for Star Wars Land. I don't know. I just hope they get started. In the meantime, we'll have Star Wars Launch Bay to see preview center of what's coming. Star Tours will be getting a new movie, and I think there's other seasonal celebrations of Star Wars that will be going on. I visited Disney Springs. A lot of things are coming along there. There was a nice little tea shop. I'll show some video behind me of it. It's really Joffrey's Coffee Company, and they made like a Tiavana type place, but it had really nice teas and samples they were giving out. Right next door was Vivoli Il Gelato. Wow. I mean, listen, it's $5 for like this little bit that they give you, but when I tasted it, I knew why. They only have a place in Italy, and this is their first place other than Italy. It's the most amazing gelato I've ever eaten. I don't know if it's because I paid $5 and I had to tell myself that, but it really was absolutely delicious. We also stopped by the new Dockside Margarita Bar, a very nice place to relax and get a refreshing margarita. And Halloween is coming. It is already starting to pop up in places around the Magic Kingdom. We will have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party from September 15th to November 1st on select nights. Get your tickets if you want to attend that. It's a lot of fun. Christmas is still my favorite. I tell you that every year, but I still do love Halloween also. They also brought out a lot of Halloween merchandise. Some of it is carryover from 2014. Some of the things are new for 2015. I especially like the mug. I think the mug for $14.95 is a great deal. And September 18th starts Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. Some of the images are questionable, so I'm going to put a time up here that you can skip to, and you don't have to see anything about Halloween Horror Nights. This is a family-friendly show. If the kids don't want to see some nasty images, not nasty, but they're advertising images of scary images, jump to that time that I put up there. Okay, if you're staying, we're going to hear about Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, Florida. And here's the lineup for the 9 haunted houses. We're going to have The Walking Dead again, but a different version. This time it says from the burnt ashes of Terminus through the flooded community food pantry basement. Then we're going to have Freddy vs. Jason from cursed Camp Crystal Lake to the nightmarish Elm Street. Then we're going to have Insidious, enter the further and travel through all 3 parts of the Insidious saga. Then we're going to have The Purge, but this time instead of a scare zone, it's actually going to be a house. The Purge, it says, is more brutal than ever. From the moment you step inside the house, dozens of vicious vigilantes will descend upon you as they exercise their right to purge. A favorite coming back, An American Werewolf in London. Awesome. John Landis's landmark 1981 horror classic. The puppetry in there scared the heck out of me. It was great. Then they're going to have their icon, Jack, which is that evil clown. Jack presents 25 years of monsters and mayhem. Then this house, I really don't quite understand. Run, Blood, Sweat, and Fears. It says you've just been selected as a contestant on Run, a brutal TV show. I don't know where this reference is. I'm missing something, but I'm sure someone will correct me and tell me where Run is from. Then we have Asylum in Wonderland 3D. Follow the White Rabbit through the looking glass and into a murderous 3D Wonderland. And the last house is Body Collectors Recollections. The body collectors have returned, descending upon Shady Brook Asylum to collect the human parts they require. I have to say, I'm excited. Up until 2 years ago, I never went to Halloween Horror Nights. I was a little freaked out by it. I would stay with Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I've had a lot of fun. I've said things in houses that no one should ever say to any other human being. It's a scary place. For those of you that skipped over Halloween Horror Nights, welcome back. We're going to stay in Universal Studios for a second, but we're going to talk about 2 things happening there, 2 big things happening there. I've never mentioned Kong Island. I'm pretty excited about Kong Island. Kong Island is an attraction. I think it's based off of a new movie coming out. It looks like it's going to be part simulator and part real sets. It seems that the simulators are getting the bad rap lately, and I have to agree. I rather have physical sets and animatronics. I think sometimes films are a cop-out. I actually heard somebody say, Universal Studios says, come and experience the movies, and all they do is give you another movie. To an extent, that's true. Some of the attractions, like Transformers, are amazing. How else is Disney going to pull off in Star Wars piloting the Millennium Falcon without a simulator? Probably no other way to do it. But I like, at least if they're going to combine them, I like it. Very happy with Pandora that Disney's doing the boat ride, which is no simulation from what I know. It's all physical sets. I love that. But back to Kong Island, it looks like a combination, and from some of the pictures that I'm seeing, it looks fairly impressive. Again, simulators. The Disaster Ride is being replaced at Universal Studios with Fast and Furious Ride. There is a counterpart of it similar. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing in California, but it looks like it might use ride vehicles with 3D images on the sides to make you feel like you're moving fast. Again, fun, something I'm looking forward to. If you take all these things that are going on, Volcano Bay, the water park at Universal, the new rides at Universal, the Disney Springs, big expansion, even the Frozen ride at Epcot, the 2 new lands at Hollywood Studios, and we didn't hear about the name change, by the way, waiting for that at Hollywood Studios, all the expansions that are going on, the Pandora, it really is a golden era of theme park expansion, and the years leading up to Disney World's 50th anniversary should be exciting, and can't wait. So this month I had the opportunity to go to the Contemporary for my exclusive sponsor, David's Vacation Club Rentals, dvcrentals.com. I want you to take special note of their YouTube channel because we're making, first of all, there's a whole bunch of videos on the channel of resorts and rooms, and now I'm doing a night series of video for them. The videos can be found at youtube.com/dvcrentals. And I do these videos thinking, I know the Contemporary, but I learn stuff myself. I come back having favorite spots, favorite places that I want to go to. I had no idea that if you're at the pool at the Contemporary and you're looking between the Bay Lake Towers and the Contemporary by the bridge, it is a beautiful view for the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, even though you're down low. And then right after that starts the electrical water pageant. I just didn't know, and it was one of my favorite spots, and hopefully the video conveys how beautiful these places are. At night, you would think that the Contemporary is bustling and hustling, and it's very quiet and very relaxed. In any event, take a look at my sponsor, dvcrentals.com. If you're going on vacation, it is one of the best ways to get the best accommodations at the lowest prices. It really is. And if I did not work for them, I would still be using them. Hand to God. And now let's cover a little bit more in depth the D23 convention with my guest, Matt Dobrovolsky. And here is our D23 correspondent, Matt. Dobrovolsky.
There you go. You
I
got
said it.
Perfect.
I've butchered his name. If you watched the last show, I kind of butchered your name, but you didn't. You were easy on me. Thank you.
It's better than people have done in the past. So.
I'll give you the panda hug. If I don't do that,
perfect,
everybody says, "Why didn't you do that?"
I got the panda hug.
So, okay, before we get into D23, and we're going to get there quick, I promise. You are in school for theme park.
Theme park and attraction management with hospitality management. Just graduated.
Okay.
Yay.
You see, in the future, I know, it's almost like a politician. I get on their good side. You're also a cast member.
Yes.
Where have you worked?
I started my Disney career back home, New Jersey. Disney store at one of our local malls. Did that for a couple of months. Then I came down here and did the college program. And I went back up there, did the Disney store again for about 2 years. And then came down here, started working part-time with the wonderful Fast Pass kiosks at the Magic Kingdom.
You must have a lot of fun people who are very happy about you. So just for disclosure, the opinions expressed are...
Correct. Any opinions that I will give today are just mine and mine alone. They do not reflect the Walt Disney Company in whatever shape or form. And anything, especially since we're talking D23 here today, anything that we say has been announced already, or it is pure speculation. I do not know anything. They don't like telling us that kind of stuff. So.
And I know from knowing Matt that he is a true Disney fan. Okay, so for people that don't know, if I asked you what is D23, what would you say?
D23, in short, is the ultimate Disney fan group. And every 2 years, usually in August, and it's pretty much always in Anaheim, they'll have the D23 Expo, which is the ultimate Disney fan event where all segments of the company come together. Parks and resorts, Disney Studios, interactive media, consumer products, as well as the media networks, usually just ABC. They really don't bring in that much of ESPN there.
They save, I would think, things to announce there, right? Like things that they might announce.
Correct, yeah.
If it's 2 months down the road, they'll wait.
The biggest thing that they always say is that there is always going to be surprises. You'll never know who you'll see there. You'll never know what you'll hear. And what we're going to talk about today is some really cool stuff.
Okay, where do you want to start? What was the first big thing?
Well, okay, it took place over the course of 3 days, so we'll start with Friday.
Okay.
Friday morning, we started off, we had the Legends Awards ceremony, which is, for those of you that don't know, every 2 years, usually at the Expo, they'll have the Disney Legends Award ceremony, which is the highest award recognition that anyone can get in the Disney company.
All right, so who did they put into this year?
This year, we had Julie Reen Casaletto, who was the first Disneyland ambassador. If you ever see those old Disney TV shows where Walt was talking about like Pirates of the Caribbean,
and he'd show the model and
the woman that was with her, that was Julie Reen Casaletto, and she's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. Other people, Susan Lucci from All My Children.
What was she doing for Disney?
She being that it's All My Children and that's
it's ABC. Okay,
so yeah. Bob Iger said we've got a surprise for you because Bob Iger was hosting this whole thing.
And Bob Iger is the president of the Walt Disney
chairman and chief executive officer
of the whole company.
Of the whole company,
okay.
And he was hosting the entire thing. In years past, it's usually been Bob Iger and Tom Bergeron from America's Funniest Home Videos.
Okay.
But this year it was just Bob Iger. But after George Lucas received his award, he said, "We've got a surprise for you." And then the lights dimmed, and they started playing clips of different movies, and I'm like, where are they going with this? And then I see Captain Jack Sparrow.
I heard the audience go crazy.
And the audience went absolutely wild. Nobody was expecting Johnny Depp to get the Disney Legend Award. He came out and he had no idea what to say because he literally came out there. He's like, I don't know what to say. Like
he wasn't full Pirates costume.
No.
That was another time.
We'll talk about that in a few moments. The big animation presentation. This was the presentation hosted by John Lasseter, and it was talking all about the next upcoming Pixar films and anything released by the Walt Disney Animation Studios. So first movie that we're going to talk about is Zootopia, and that's coming up very soon. It's coming up March 4th, 2016. It's a great movie. Think about it as you have all these animals that live currently in a zoo, but now they're taking on the lives of what we do in our like utopia.
You
that
can
we
Google
have.
the trailer on this. It's an awesome
And
trailer.
it's fantastic.
It is.
If you haven't watched the trailer, go watch the trailer right now. It's fantastic.
Now, is Mona, I see there.
Moana, yes.
Is it Moana? That's what I was going to ask.
Moana,
you.
yes.
Okay, I have a Korean Aunt Mona, so I thought it was Mona. That's how she spells it.
So no, it's Moana.
Okay.
Yes. So the directors are John Musker and Ron Clements, who've done Aladdin,
Isn't that Beauty and the
Little
Beast
Mermaid, Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
They did all those movies.
Is it hand drawn or do we know? Is it?
It is computer animation because they
Okay.
showed us a couple of very short clips. So it's very we really don't know that much still about it. But one of the characters is called Maui, who's voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That's awesome.
And they're talking about this character, and then all of a sudden you hear, and he's also very masculine, right? And then all of a sudden, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, he
walks
was
out.
there?
He was there.
I did not catch that off of your tweets and stuff.
Well, I mean, I couldn't tweet
Oh,
during
that's
this
right,
time,
that's
so
right, that's
keep that in mind. It's fantastic job, and we also got a live musical performance from I'm gonna butcher his name here, Opatari Fawai.
He would forgive you.
Yeah, I'm sorry if he's watching this. I'm sorry, and he's doing some of the music for the soundtrack, and it was so beautiful.
Really?
The music is absolutely fantastic. November 23rd, 2016. So we
Nothing
got
this year?
nothing left this year.
Okay.
But we're gonna talk about Pixar next.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Before we go into Pixar, let's talk about Gigantic, which is
Okay.
the brand new movie that they just announced. This is not going to be until 2018.
Okay.
They're very early in the stages of this. And it's all about the idea of Jack and the Beanstalk. It's a different take on the movie.
Definitely. From what I read, it was a different take.
Exactly,
With
yeah.
Enma?
Enma, yes.
Enma.
That's going to be the name of the girl.
Young
Yeah.
little girl giant.
Correct, yeah. And coincidentally, the music for this is going to be by Bobby and Kristen Lopez, who did Frozen. So they're coming back to
Now,
score
was
this.
Frozen just a fluke for them, or can they do it again?
Let's see, because they actually previewed one of their songs for us. And,
Give me
again,
your
it's
honest opinion.
in the early development, so it was very,
Out of
put
context.
together. It was out of context a little bit, but it does sound pretty good.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be another Let It Go or anything like that.
When I first heard Let It Go, I didn't think so much. When I saw it in the movie, that's when it made sense.
First thing we got to see is a brand new Inside Out short that is going to
Okay.
premiere with the Blu-ray in just a few months. It's called Riley's First Date.
So we're talking like a 5-6 minute.
It was about 5 or 6
saw the whole
minutes.
short?
We saw the entire short.
I hate
So,
you right now.
yeah, I'm sorry. You got to come to D23
I
next time. Come
know.
on. First thing that they talked about was The Good Dinosaur, which comes
Okay,
out
that-
this Thanksgiving.
Another trailer that you should go search for. The Good Dinosaur looks
Perfect. And you know what? Before coming into this, I said, you know what? The Good Dinosaur, it sounds great. Because I love dinosaurs. I love them. And it sounds great. It's all about Arlo, who's an Apatosaurus. And he's sheltered. He gets lost from the rest of his family. And he finds himself far away and among different intimidating creatures. So he'll encounter T-Rexes. And then other different kinds of creatures. And along the way, he meets Spot, who is a little human. Because
a little caveman boy thing.
Caveman, yeah. So, because the story of this is, what if the asteroid that destroyed all the dinosaurs on Earth missed? Is in a couple of months.
Oh, so that will come out the end of this year?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Okay, good.
This is going to be fantastic.
Okay, good.
I cannot wait.
So that's going to be a good holiday film.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big one.
go ahead.
Next year, Finding Dory,
Okay.
the sequel to Finding Nemo that Ellen DeGeneres was getting so impatiently over, and she wanted it. She was like, "You can make Toy Story 3, but you can't make Finding Nemo 2." But finally, we're getting Finding Dory.
I heard the script is awesome.
The script is essentially Dory gets her homing instincts kicked in. So she's like, I got to go find my parents. I got to go find where my home is. And it's this another cool adventure all across the ocean. And this is where I probably died during this presentation. Because Ellen DeGeneres walked on stage.
Oh!
I fell back into my seat because I love Ellen. If you don't know me, my favorite ride in all of Walt Disney World is the Universe of Energy. Then the other thing that they announced was Coco. This is going to be the Pixar movie for, I believe it's going to be about 2017 or 2018 when we're probably going to get it. It's all circled around the idea of Dia de los Muertos, which is, you know, if you're a Catholic, that's All Souls Day, stuff like that. Have you ever seen the movie The Book of Life that just came out? I think it's going to be similar to this.
Okay.
So
isn't that on the Mexico boat ride, the Grand Fiesta? Is there a scene that they look like skeletons?
Yeah, they actually referenced that because when they were referencing that, they were looking at that figure in Grand Fiesta Tour.
That's going to be a juggling act for them to take the morbid macabre. And
I have my feelings. Again, my opinions, not Disney's. I'm not that big of a fan of this idea.
What did they show you to get this opinion?
All they showed us was this brief clip of how the animation looks and everything. It almost kind of looked like a teaser trailer, and it'll probably be a teaser trailer.
Was it at least pretty, or you couldn't even get that from it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty rough idea. It wasn't like, I know it wasn't fully done.
Okay.
But you know, I'll give it a chance.
This in 2 years.
Yeah, we'll revisit it in 2 years. But then the big thing that they talked about, the last thing, was Toy Story 4. Because Toy Story 4 is coming. And again, spoiler alert, it's a love story with Woody and Bo Peep. So Bo
awesome.
Peep is coming back in Toy Story 4.
They kind of fit, those two.
Well, because, you fell in love with them in Toy Story 1 and 2. And then she was absent in Toy Story 3. So we're going to finally learn what happened to Bo Peep. So... and Lee Unkrich, who is the director of Toy Story 3, and he was also part with Toy Story 1 and 2. He's back doing this as well. And we got a real treat. Randy Newman came out, and he played You've Got a Friend in Me.
Oh, forget it.
It was absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And I was so excited to be there for that. But then that was pretty much it for Friday. So obviously, looking at that was just Friday.
The parks and resorts thing is my thing.
Yeah, so Saturday... in the afternoon, it was the Parks and Resorts presentation, so that's the big one. That was the big thing that everyone was getting.
Forgive me, I'm just excited about what everything is.
But here, let me talk about live action. Live action, we started off with talking about Marvel.
Okay.
Kevin Feige, who's the president of Marvel, came out. He was talking about, we're at the end of Phase 2 now with Age of Ultron and Ant-Man, and now we're starting up Phase 3. The first thing that's going to come out is Doctor Strange. But the big thing that's coming out first... it's Captain America Civil War. And this is probably going to be even better than the Avengers, in my opinion. It looks fantastic. So the next thing that they went on to talk about was all the Disney live action. So this is Jungle Book, Alice Through the Looking Glass. But then the final thing that they talked about with Walt Disney Studios is Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Now, I read that Johnny Depp was giving them trouble with that. That he wasn't quite...
I don't think a lot of people wanted to do it, because, come on, this is the 5th movie.
Well,
but...
we better not phone it in. I'm going to have to talk to Johnny.
Exactly. Jeffrey Rush, who played Captain Barbossa, he's back. He's doing his role as Barbossa again. We're going to have Javier Bardem, who is going to play the new villain Captain Salazar. No, don't know where they're going with this, but they did announce, and again, spoiler alert, Will Turner is back. Orlando Bloom playing Will Turner is back in the new Pirates film. Fantastic. I'm excited for that. But then we were treated to a special appearance by newly inducted Disney legend Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. It was full costume and everything, and it was so hilarious throughout this entire thing.
He did not break character, did he?
He did not break character one bit. He was eating some grapes while he was on stage.
Were you allowed to do this on video or not?
It might be in the press material that they gave us, but this was not with us. Because, again, this was another thing that we could not videotape whatsoever. He said, you know what? I really don't like these grapes. Here, Have a great... He's just throwing them out into the audience.
That's great.
I'm like, that's so cool. Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow is throwing out grapes to everyone.
Awesome.
It was so cool. But here's the big one. Star Wars.
The movie.
We talked so much about Star Wars. They talked that Episode 8 and Episode 9 are right on schedule. Episode 8 is, I believe, due out in 2017.
Okay.
Episode 9 is due out in 2019. Coincidentally, they announced Episode 9's director is Colin Trevorrow, who directed Jurassic World.
So
this should be really good.
So we have J.J. Abrams first, then this guy?
And out walks Bob Iger. And guess what?
We're creating a jaw-dropping new world that represents our largest single-themed land expansion ever. One more thing. We're not just building one of these. We're building two.
We're getting 2 14-acre Star Wars
Okay,
lands.
are we getting into Parks and Resorts now?
We're going to start bringing it into Parks and
transitioned.
Resorts here.
Okay.
Because he announced this during the live action, and he said, better come back here at 3 o'clock to see the Parks and Resorts presentation, because you're going to see more.
Okay, we all knew it was coming.
We all knew it was coming.
14-acre lands.
Not two of them. 2.
One for Disneyland.
One for Disneyland, and one right here, Hollywood Studios.
And when I saw the concept art, I think I might have fainted for a minute.
Yeah.
If it looks
I'll put
even,
the concept art right
I am.
here. Looks...
If
This
it
looks
looks
amazing.
even close to this, Potter who? Harry who?
Exactly. I don't know.
Oh, I saw what you saw on
You saw
Facebook.
my Facebook.
Disney World 1, Universal 0. It's
your
your
move,
move.
Mr. Burke.
Now, Mr. Burke, I'm assuming is the
Steve
Universal-
Burke, who is the head of
Okay.
NBC Universal.
I just put that together, but I didn't know.
It was... I
so-
literally fell on my
All right,
hands.
so it looks great.
when this-
We don't know exactly where in the studios, but who cares?
Who cares?
Two,
Exactly.
two big attractions.
2 big attractions. You're going to be able to pilot the Millennium Falcon. Pilot it. You're not going to be just sitting around watching someone else pilot it. You're going to be piloting it.
Do we know if this is what technology ride this
No,
is?
because they didn't. All they showed us, and you can probably pull it up if you've got it. It's just an image, and it looks like the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Because you're going to see the Millennium Falcon in this
They're
land.
gonna build it. They're gonna build it.
They're going to build Millennium Falcon. It looks fantastic. The other attraction is you're going to be in an attack/battle with the First Order of the Stormtroopers. And again, that's an image that we could probably show.
Wait, so that's not the same ride as the Falcon?
These are 2 separate
other rides,
rides.
okay.
We're getting 2 e-ticket attractions here out of this. It looks fantastic.
Cantina?
We're going to get a cantina. And this is the big thing that I went crazy over. Everything is going to be themed to Star Wars. You know, you're going to be able to have blue milk.
All the people that run the shops are
All
actors
the people,
and actresses that...
everyone is. It's going to be truly authentic
Totally
to the story. I
immersive.
cannot wait. Totally immersive.
I think that they saw what they were doing with Harry Potter.
This.
And they said, we have to up our game a little.
Okay, Avatar is not the response to it. New Fantasyland is not the response to it. This, right now, this
very
is.
passionate.
This is. I love Star Wars. I mean, come on. I have a Stormtrooper shirt on.
I actually am more excited for Pandora. I know Star
and,
Wars is
and
the
we'll
thing.
talk. We'll talk about that too.
Well, let's get through Star Wars. We don't.
Let me.
Much.
I think we got everything right.
Pretty much.
Oh no! We've got more.
Okay.
We've got more because this is going to take a while, right?
Oh, that's right.
So we've got some stuff actually coming up by the end of this year.
While they're building the Star Wars,
We're going to have some cool stuff. So we're actually going to have a brand new interactive exhibit called Star Wars Launch Bay. This is going to be coming to the animation building at Hollywood Studios. So now we know what animation building is going to be taken over by. And Disneyland's Innoventions.
are they going to show me models and things?
They're going to show you. I think this kind of sounds like a Star Wars preview center.
That's what I'm thinking.
But also, too, they're going to be promoting Force Awakens with us.
Sure.
So you're going to see the characters from Force Awakens. You may see some clips from Force Awakens. You're going to see interactive exhibits. It looks fantastic. Star Tours is going to get new destinations
So you'll have new Star
for
Tours
the
things.
Force Awakens.
That's awesome.
It looks fantastic. We're also going to have a newly revamped Jedi Training Academy
Okay.
with new characters from the Force Awakens. So that's going to be fantastic. But we're getting all this by the end of the year.
And wasn't there a new fireworks show?
Yes, that's another thing that we should talk about too.
Is that part of Star Wars or no?
This is okay. So what they're going to do is they're going to have Seasons of the Force.
Okay.
This is going to start early next year, and this is basically another version of Star Wars Weekends by the sound of it. But the thing is that Disneyland is going to get this too. So Disneyland is finally going to get their Star Wars Weekends. So I couldn't be more excited for that because we love our Star Wars Weekends here at
I don't
here
care
in Florida.
about those California people.
You gotta love them.
I
though.
do.
Come
love them.
on.
I'm kidding.
You know, they got a small castle. Come on. But they're going to have Seasons of the Force, and it's going to have new entertainment, new food, all throughout Disneyland.
They're going to be giving us little bits and pieces until the real thing opens.
Let's talk Avatar now.
Okay.
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 The official name of this is Avatar: The World of Pandora. That's what's going to be the
Right.
big
No
marquee
Avatar
for this.
Land. It sounds bad. So I'm not saying that there's no such thing anymore. Avatar. I can't even say it.
Avatar: The World of Pandora.
And the model looks amazing.
Exactly.
There
The
are
model.
floating type islands that you can walk under and waterfalls and again, two pretty, I don't know if they're two e-ticket attractions.
Well, okay, one is going to be an e-ticket. The other one is going to be kind of like a C or a D, I believe.
Which still to us might be e-ticket.
That could be really cool.
All right.
So Joe Rohde, who is the creative of Imagineering, is on this project. He came out and talked to us about it. Sounds fantastic. And by the way, too, if you want to watch the full video, I do have the full video up. youtube.com/DarthVader92. Right there. Go check it out. Fantastic. Fantastic presentation. We learned the name of the e-ticket attraction, which is called Avatar Flight of Passage.
Amazing.
This is going to be a Soarin' type ride with a Banshee.
I bet you the technology's got to be beyond Soarin'.
Oh, beyond
I can't imagine they
Soarin'.
would just rebuild Soarin'.
I believe, again, my speculation here, I think it could be 4D.
That's my guess.
So you're going to have the 3D, but you're also going to have sensory effects and stuff like that. So we could see that. We're going to have the bioluminescent boat ride, which is going to be, that's like the CRD ticket.
Now, I know they said that the whole land will be very different at night than it is in the day.
Correct, yes.
But that the boat ride will always be at night, even if you can't visit at night, because I believe it's in.
This is why I kind of like hit myself sometimes for this.
I'll do it.
Because because I went in and we saw the model of this, and it looks fantastic. And then all of a sudden they kind of dim the lights, because you see how it looks during the day, but then they dim the lights and it's at nighttime, and you see all the bioluminescent stuff coming to life. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have taken a video of this. I really should have.
I will have some video.
We'll get something up there for you guys at least. Everything.
Isn't there like a mess hall in there, a restaurant?
They're gonna have a restaurant, something like that. But we kind of learned what this is, how the story is gonna be, because it's not like you're gonna walk onto the land of Pandora. You're gonna be teleported there by Alpha Centauri Expeditions, ACE. Okay, and this is what we learned at the expo. Alpha Centauri Expeditions is going to be your guide through Pandora.
Okay, and the next big thing for studios is
Toy Story Land.
Toy Story Land, which actually was a good secret, because we kept thinking Cars Land.
Well,
maybe Cars
there
Land.
have been rumors and speculation that we were going to get Toy Story Playland, which is out in Hong Kong, but this is not Toy Story Playland, mind you. This is Toy Story Land, and it looks like it's going to be much bigger. They said it's 12 acres.
Pretty big.
We're going to have a green alien ride, which some people are saying it's kind of like Mater's Junkyard
That's what I heard.
Jamboree. I kind of looked at it as like a Dumbo kind of thing, and other people are agreeing with me. So, you know, it's pure speculation
It
right
looked
now.
like there was a roof on it, so I don't know about the whole up
Yeah,
thing.
I don't. It kind of
And
looked
the
like, but it
claws-
looked like a spinner kind of thing.
It did.
So, but again, we'll see. I think it could be leaning more towards Mater's now. We're also going to have a Slinky roller coaster, which is going to be a family roller
looks
coaster
great.
that everyone can do. But the key thing here to note is that it's kid stuff that we desperately need over at Hollywood Studios.
You're in, the theme is you're in Andy's backyard and you got shrunk.
Correct, yes. It looks fantastic. I cannot wait for this. Next big thing is they talked very briefly on Frozen Ever After, which is the new boat ride for Norway at Epcot. Still on track for next year opening. I've heard spring.
Okay.
That's the rumors that I'm
looking
hearing.
cool coming out of it.
So, but we don't really hear that much about it.
And before we let Matt go, he brought back some prizes for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to have like a prize package.
Let's do like a prize package here.
In order to get into this prize package, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to BigFatPanda.com. Please go subscribe to Darth Vader 92 at YouTube as well. And give our videos a thumbs up if you watch.
There we go.
Thank you.
And then you can win some cool.
Yes. Oh, and put a comment on this so that I can pick you. Show them what they can win.
All right. So,
Anna,
where can we begin? Let's start off with the Walt Disney Legacy Collection of Disneyland. This is exclusive for the 60th anniversary. 3 discs on CD. Great stuff in there. I cannot wait for you to hear some of the stuff in here. From D23 especially, we've got the special souvenir guide that was only given out to people that were actually in attendance at the expo. The Buena Vista Bugle for this month. It's Volume 4, Issue 3 for summer 2015. You're also going to get this nice little lanyard that was given out to us by Disney Channel, Disney Junior, Disney XD, and Radio Disney at the expo. Park maps from Disneyland and Disney California Adventure that has Paint the Night and World of Color. Star Wars Force Awakens
I'm gonna say
t-shirt exclusive for the D23 Expo. This was released at the D23 Expo. I want to say this is like a kid's large.
It's
some of that. Yeah, so
or small.
If you win it, great. I hope you have a kid. If not,
get skinny.
Sorry. Get skinny, yeah.
If not, get skinny.
Next big thing that you're going to get was exclusive for us at the live action presentation. No, it's not a Star Wars poster. I said I'm not giving those away. I'm sorry. But another thing that we got was the Jungle Book poster.
That is pretty cool.
That is coming out next year. Final thing that you're going to get is during...
It's his cell phone.
No, not my cell phone.
Okay.
No.
I thought that was part of the prize.
During the expo, everyone got special trading cards. You're going to get a couple of them.
Very cool.
In that package. So,
all right, so this was great coverage. Give me all the ways that I can find and follow you on Facebook. We know YouTube is Darth Vader 92 YouTube.
Darth Vader 92.
How do I find you on Facebook?
Facebook.com/Matt, M-A-T-T, Dobrovolsky.
Dobrovolsky.
You're going to actually have to probably try and spell that.
Dobrovolsky. Dobrovolsky.
Perfect.
I could spell it. But
he can spell it, but he can't say it.
I can't say it all the time. Dobrovolsky.
Dobrovolsky.
Okay.
You can also find me on Twitter. Darth Vader 92. Right there. Be sure to follow me and everything like that. And stay tuned because I got some.
We also want to follow your
stuff.
career because that's pretty interesting too.
I got a lot of great stuff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you because you personally gave me this opportunity.
Oh, not
to
really.
Do this.
It was kind of your idea too.
It was kind of my idea, but I was trying to look for someone that would actually do it. But this guy right here, he helped me.
Thank you.
So
it was awesome. And there you have it, show number 26. I know we ran long. I hope that it was interesting to you. There was so much stuff to cover from the D23 convention. I hope that you liked all that stuff. I'd like to remind you about my exclusive sponsor, David's Vacation Club Rentals at dvcrentals.com. If you or anyone you know are planning a trip to Walt Disney World, even if they have their reservations already, check out dvcrentals.com. They might be able to get a better accommodation at a lower price. There's a price calculator right on the website. It shows exactly how much it'll cost, no hidden fees. Check out dvcrentals.com. You will thank me. I've been getting thanked by a lot of people, and that makes me extremely happy. I should have Mr. Jim Corcus for our next show. We'll be covering a lot of Halloween things also going on. So go forth, create pandemonium, and like I say above all, please keep giving out those panda hugs. Love each other. Panda out. I love this movie. When she helps the outcast.